The US dollar has ruled the world for decades, but something is changing fast. Could the dollar actually collapse? James here, and today we are asking one scary question: what happens to your money if the dollar collapses? First, let us understand what the dollar actually is. It is the world's reserve currency. Every country uses it. Since 1944, the dollar has been king. The Bretton Woods Agreement made it the global standard. That changed everything. But today, cracks are showing. US debt has crossed $35 trillion. That number keeps climbing every single day. Rony, like most Americans, never thought about this. He assumed his savings were completely safe. Big mistake actually. Countries like China and Russia are now trading without dollars. This is called de-dollarization. It is happening right now. The BRICS nations are building their own payment system. Over 40 countries want to join. The dollar is losing ground fast. When demand for dollars drops, its value falls. When value falls, everything you buy becomes more expensive. That hurts you. James knows his history well. In 1923 Germany, hyperinflation hit so hard that people needed wheelbarrows full of cash just to buy bread. That sounds extreme, but it actually happened. And it started with the same warning signs we are seeing in America today. Rony is now panicking. He runs to check his bank account balance. But cash savings may be the worst place to sit right now. Here is why. If the dollar loses value by 30%, your $10,000 in savings is now worth only $7,000. You did nothing wrong, you saved responsibly. But inflation and a weak dollar quietly stole 30% of your wealth overnight. So what actually protects you? James has 3 powerful answers. And the first one surprises most people every single time. Number 1 is gold. For thousands of years, gold has held its value. When currencies collapse, gold always survives and rises. Number 2 is index funds. The S&P 500 holds real companies with real assets. Even in crises, it historically always recovers strongly. Number 3 is real estate. Property holds real-world value. When the dollar weakens, property prices actually go up, not down. Rony is listening carefully now. He realizes holding only cash is dangerous. Diversifying across real assets is the smartest possible move. The dollar may not collapse tomorrow, but smart people prepare before the crisis hits. Not after. Are you actually prepared right now? Most Americans have no plan for a currency crisis. They just hope it never happens. Hope is not a financial strategy at all. History shows us that no currency lasts forever. The Roman denarius collapsed. The British pound lost dominance. The dollar is next possibly. The Federal Reserve keeps printing more money every year. More supply means less value. Your purchasing power quietly shrinks every single day. James explains it simply. Imagine 10 pizzas and $10. Now print 10 more dollars. Same pizza, double money, prices just doubled. This is called inflation, and when inflation runs out of control, it becomes the silent tax that nobody actually voted for ever. Rony checks his grocery bill from 2 years ago. Everything costs 30% more now. His salary never kept up with that. That gap between wages and prices is where the middle class disappears. Millions of Americans are falling into it right now silently. So what does a dollar collapse actually look like in real life? James breaks it down into 3 very painful, brutal stages. Stage 1 is high inflation. Prices rise faster than wages. People start cutting back on spending. The economy begins slowing down fast. Stage 2 is currency panic. People rush to convert dollars into assets. Banks get overwhelmed. ATM lines stretch around the block quickly. Stage 3 is total loss of confidence. Nobody wants dollars anymore. Bartering begins. The entire financial system enters a dangerous complete reset. Rony looks terrified now, but James reminds him that preparation separates survivors from victims. You still have time to act smartly today. The smartest move is spreading your wealth across multiple asset classes. Do not keep everything in one place. Diversification is your shield. Treasury inflation-protected securities, called TIPS, are government bonds that adjust with inflation. They are one of the most overlooked safe investments available. Commodities like oil, wheat, and copper also rise when the dollar falls. They hold real-world value that paper money simply cannot match. Some investors also hold foreign currencies like the Swiss franc or Japanese yen. Currency diversification adds another powerful layer of real financial protection. James personally recommends keeping at least 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Liquidity matters during any crisis always. Rony finally has a plan now: gold, index funds, real estate, TIPS, and an emergency fund. 5 layers of serious financial protection built. The dollar collapse may never fully happen. But building these habits protects you from inflation, recession, and any economic shock that comes anyway. Knowledge is your greatest financial weapon. Most people will panic when crisis hits. But you will already know exactly what to do next. Most people panic, sell everything, and make the worst financial decisions of their lives. Stay calm, stay invested, and trust the process. James survived the 2008 crash, the 2020 crash, and every dip in between. He never sold in panic, and his wealth kept growing. The average investor loses money by buying high and selling low. Emotion is the biggest enemy of long-term financial wealth building always. Rony used to check his portfolio every single day. That habit caused anxiety, bad decisions, and unnecessary stress. James taught him to stop. Set it and forget it is not laziness, it is discipline. Consistent monthly investing beats trying to time the market every single time. Dollar cost averaging means investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of market conditions. It removes emotion, reduces risk, and builds serious long-term wealth. If the dollar weakens by 20%, a diversified portfolio actually gains value. Your gold rises, your real estate rises, and you win. James puts it simply: you cannot control what the government does. You can only control how well you prepare for any outcome. The wealthiest Americans are already moving money into hard assets, foreign investments, and inflation hedges. They know something most people simply do not. This is not a conspiracy theory. It is basic economics that every financial expert, every hedge fund, and every central bank already understands well. Rony finally understands now. He opens his brokerage account, sets up automatic investments, and makes his first real move toward financial freedom today. Even $50 a month invested consistently into index funds can grow into serious wealth over 20 or 30 years of compounding returns. Compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. Einstein reportedly said it, and every millionaire quietly uses it to build unstoppable generational wealth. The dollar crisis is a slow-moving storm, not a sudden lightning strike. You have time to prepare, but only if you start now. Open a Roth IRA today, max out your 401k contributions, buy index funds monthly. 3 simple steps that could completely change your financial future. James did all 3 starting at age 25, by 50, his portfolio crossed $2 million. The math is simple and brutally honest. Rony wishes he had started 5 years earlier. But today is still better than tomorrow. Every single day of delay costs you real money. The question is never whether the economy will face challenges. It always does. The real question is whether you will be ready this time. Share this video with someone who still keeps all their money in a savings account. You might just save their entire financial future today. Subscribe for daily financial strategies that actually work. James and Rony will be back tomorrow with another lesson that could change your life completely.
Hey, if this video gave you something to think about, that's exactly why I make these every single day. Most of this stuff nobody ever teaches you, and I just think that needs to change. So if you got value today, hit subscribe. New video drops every single day. And whatever topic you want me to cover next, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.